After Sergeant Gammons presents his case, Mr. Hines, you get to present your case. Same exact rules apply to you. As long as it's relevant, you can introduce it into evidence. After both sides have presented their cases, I'll render a decision. That decision can be appealed by either side within 7 days. Mr. Hines, if you were to appeal the decision, you'd have to put up the fines, costs, and fees as a bond pending appeal. Any questions about how we're going to do things today, Mr. Hines?
Nope.
All right. If you could both raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Sergeant Gammons?
I do.
And Mr. Hines?
I do.
Very good. Sergeant Gammons, go ahead, please.
All right, on September 5th, approximately 11:21 p.m., I was sitting stationary on M66 monitoring the east or northbound and then southbound traffic in the construction zone when I observed a 2017 silver Cherokee traveling southbound at a high rate of speed. Visually estimated to be around 70 miles an hour. Upon targeting the vehicle with my laser, I get a target speed of 72 at 719.3 feet away from me in the posted 45-mile-an-hour construction zone. Conducted a traffic stop on the vehicle, identified the driver as Sterling Hines, and he was issued a citation for doing 6 of 10 over instead of the 27 over I had him at. Laser was checked if I'm working properly at the beginning and end of my shift.
Okay, and are you certified in using that device?
I am.
And was that device certified before being placed into service?
Yes.
And then it does some sort of a check of itself?
Correct.
How do you know it was working that day? What did you do to it?
At the beginning of the shift, you hit the self-check button, which checks all the buttons. And then there's 2 light poles that we target. The distance between them is 136 feet to make sure that the laser is working correctly. And on that day, I was working correctly.
Okay, and I'm guessing that a laser device shoots out a laser. How do you know that you got a measurement from the vehicle that Mr. Hines was driving?
On the top of it, there's a optical which has a target on it, and you aim that in between the headlights of the vehicle. So what you're aiming at is what you're getting.
Okay, so it's not like a radar device where you have to sort of wait to see which thing is being locked and get an audible tone and keep the tone for a bit. Is that correct?
Correct.
And was that zone marked as why do you say it was a construction zone? Were there signs up? Was it clearly marked, or was it?
Yeah, there's
not?
several signs along 66 noting that it's a construction zone. I think there's 2 signs before you get to my location where it's posted 45. There's also 3 sets of rumble strips before you get to where I'm sitting in the construction zone.
And I didn't write it down. I should have. Was Mr. Hines going northbound or southbound?
He was going southbound.
Anything else you want me to consider at this point?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Hines, could you hear all of Sergeant Gammons' testimony?
Yes.
Very good. Thank you for your patience. What do I need to know, sir?
So when I was going on the penetrator, I didn't see any speed signs or anything. It's crazy. That's why I called and set up this hearing, because like a couple of days later, that's when I seen a sign that I did not see before, like 2 days later.
Okay. Well, were you northbound of Columbia or southbound? North of Columbia or south of Columbia?
I believe I was going south, headed south.
Right. Had you reached Columbia yet?
Nope.
Okay. So, well, I can tell you that even without a construction zone, the speed limit, which is clearly posted north of Columbia Avenue on 66, all the way till just before downtown, is 55. But I guess this is somewhat of a different story, but anything else you want me to consider?
Well, I mean, he said, how fast did he say I was going?
He said his laser device indicated you were doing 72 miles an hour.
So what was the ticket wrote for?
It was written for, I believe, 55 and a 45, 10 over.
So that's what I'm saying. I thought I was going 55. And like you said,
okay.
Just say 55.
Right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Anything else, Sergeant Gammons?
No, sir.
All right. Well, I've listened carefully to the testimony. Sergeant Gammons, who is certified in using a laser device, which was certified before it was placed into service and which tested at the beginning and the ending of Sergeant Gammon's shift. As you know, the self-test indicated it was proper, and the independent distance measuring indicated that the device was acting properly. Sergeant Gammons testified he was stationary on M66. He was monitoring north and southbound traffic. He saw Mr. Hines' vehicle traveling southbound at what he estimated to be over the speed limit. His visual estimate, his testimony was, I believe, about 70 miles an hour. He then aimed the laser device at Mr. Hines' car, and through the viewfinder, he got a reading from Mr. Hines' car, no other car, indicating that car was doing 72 miles an hour at a fixed distance from him. I did not write down the exact distance, but that was the testimony. And Mr. Hines' testimony was he didn't think he was going over 55, and he didn't see any speed signs. What I can tell you is I find that it's more likely than not that you were doing 10 over the construction zone speed limit. I have no differing testimony that it was, in fact, a clearly marked construction zone at the time. And frankly, even if there isn't a sign, the maximum speed limit in a construction zone is 45. So even if there's no sign indicating what the speed limit is in a construction zone, the law says that's what the speed limit is. In addition, even that speed limit north of Columbia would be 55 if it wasn't a construction zone. And I have no reason to believe at this point that that device, which was independently calibrated and tested and used by a person who's certified in using it, was somehow off by approximately 20 miles an hour or almost. So I do find that it's more likely than not that you did 55 in a 45 mile per hour construction zone. I'm finding it responsible. I do have to assess that $130. Are you able to have that paid by November 30th?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And you can pay it any number of different ways. If you have questions about how to pay it, call the same number that you called to set up this hearing, the district court clerk's office. You are all set for today. What I'll do is I'll mail out that judgment. It'll go to the same address as the notice for today, which is over on Redner. Is that still the correct address for you? Mr. Hines? Well, Mr. Hines is frozen.